Welcome to OnTheClock.com. OnTheClock.com is a 100% web-based time clock solution. There is no software to download, keep updated, or move when you get new computers. Our data is continually backed up in our world-class data center located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Our system is simple to use, yet very robust for power users. In fact, over 1,000 companies, both big and small, use our system every day and love it. This video will demonstrate administrator usage of the site. First, we click the Sign On button. Next, we select Administrator, key in our username and password. Optionally, we can select the Remember Me checkbox. The Lost Password button will email you your password if you forget it. Your employees can also use this feature if they forget their password. Next, we'll click the Sign On button. The first page that comes up is the What Would You Like to Do Next page. This page provides shortcuts to common tasks such as time clock settings, managers, setting up departments and employees, editing or viewing or printing your time cards, changing your company information, your company billing information, accessing the online help page, or contacting us. We'll start by clicking on Configure and then on Company Information. Here we see the contact name on the account, your company name, the address, your phone number, the administrator email address in 2 places, and the administrator password in 2 places. This is where you can change the administrator email address and password as well. Make sure you click Save if you've changed any information. Next, we'll click on the Billing. Here is where you will update or add your credit card to the account. The credit card type, number, expiration date, and the verification number. Make sure you click Save when done. Next, we'll click on the Settings. In the Settings, we can change punch rounding. You can select 0, 6, or 15 minutes. Set the time and date format. Your time zone. We have all of the United States time zones as well as global time zones. You can select the pay period type, weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly, as well as the start date and any other options that may relate to the pay period types. Here we can also set the group punch station settings. We can register a PC or unregister a PC. We can globally turn group punching on or off. Group punching is covered in another video which you may want to reference if you are interested. We can also set multilingual prompts on or off. The multilingual equivalent to enter employee number would be entered here. The translation for next would be entered here. Punch in and punch out would be entered here and here. The multilingual prompts are visible to the employees only when they are punching in or out of the system. A custom logo can also be entered. You can delete your current logo, or you can click Choose File to upload your own logo. Your employees will also see this logo when they punch in and out. Make sure you click Save when done. Next, we'll click on the Departments. Here, we can see that I had entered 3 departments: Management, Programming, and Sales. We can delete these departments, or we can click New to add a new department. Next, we'll click on the Employees. Here we can see we have 4 employees entered into the system. We see their name, department, and the manager that they are assigned to. We can click the yellow Edit pencil to edit the employee. We can delete the employee, or we can click New to add a new employee. We'll go ahead and edit the first employee. Here we see the employee's name, the department they are assigned to, the manager they are assigned to, their username, their password, any notes you might need to enter on the employee, an employee number. We can turn group punching on or off for them, and we can turn department transferring on and off for them as well. Here we'd also set the employee's time zone. This is very important to have this set when you first sign up and add your employees. We can also set the auto adjust for daylight savings time, auto deduct break rules, break duration, and overtime after rules. The IP and subnet enforcement options are there for you to force an employee to be able to punch in and out from only one or multiple computers. For instance, if you only would like your employee to punch in and out from work computers and not from a home computer or the local coffee shop, you can use the rules here to enforce that. We have very simple rules: warn, lockout, or off. The enforcement type can be IP, subnet, sub-subnet, IP range, or multi-IP range. This allows you a very wide variety of scenarios. We have not had a scenario that we have not been able to meet with these rules. Make sure you click Save when done. Next, we'll click on the managers. Here, we can see I only have one manager entered. We can edit this manager, delete them, or add new managers. Next, we'll click onto the Who's In page. This page shows every employee, whether they are punched in or out, or in prior day, represents that they were punched in yesterday but for some reason did not punch out. Possibly they forgot to punch out, or possibly they were working the midnight shift. Next, we'll click on the time cards. Here, we would select the pay period. Let's select 3/8 to 3/14, where we have some current time cards. We can filter down by manager. We have sort by options. We can filter down by department and filter down to a specific employee. Let's click on the edit pencil for this time card entry. We have the employee's name at the top, the date, and we see the punch log. The punch log is a representation of every punch in and out that the employee had done for that day. Here we can see on 3/8/2010 at 8 a.m. they punched in, and at 12 p.m. they punched out for lunch. We can see that they punched directly back in at 12 p.m. Normally this would be something like 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and then they punched in or punched out again at 4:45. And we can also see the IP addresses that they punched in and out from. Here we see that they are all the same IP address. That means they punched in and out, and then back in for lunch, and then out at the end of the day from the same computer. We also have override hours, total hours, regular hours, the overtime group, personal hours, vacation, holiday, and sick hours. These override hours will override any punched hours in the system. Make sure we click Save if we've made any changes. Next, we'll go back to the time cards, and I will demonstrate how to add a missed punch in. So, an employee forgot to punch in this morning. We click Add Time Entry. We select the employee's name and the date. And we click Save. We will go to that pay period, and here we see the time entry that I just added. We'll click back to Edit, and then we'll click on the punch log. Here we have the date. Let's say the employee punched in at 7 a.m. We will clear out the out time and date and click Save. Now from the punch log we can see that they punched in at 7 o'clock a.m. and there was no punch out. If we go back to time cards, this employee is now punched into the system and can punch out at lunch or at the end of the day as normal. We have our export and our print. By checking these checkboxes, we successively get more and more detail. The Show Detail function will show more information per day, which will also expand the report, will take up more paper. However, you'll be able to see each punch in and out along with the IP addresses. Show Totals will show intraday as well as totals for the pay period. The Export button will bring the report out to Excel. Email will mail both PDF and Excel versions to the recipient. The print function will print the will print